Hi and welcome to Campaign Ignition. This is the 21-day business and digital marketing training course from Andy Phillips. This is of course day 6, and today we're going to be looking at follow-up and adding value. Now this is all part of that building of the campaign. We've already done the landing page, the delivery page, and the product that we're actually going to give away. We've actually gone through all that. But in day 2 we already started to do the follow-up sequence, and we actually put an email in right at the beginning of this. This is once people have put their details into the landing page, the squeeze page if you like. As soon as they put that in, we send them straight to the delivery page, but we also sent them out this email. But as you notice, there's no time in here. It went straight out. It probably takes a few minutes to go, but it went straight out, so people have got exactly what they wanted. And if we just go into edit this email, we'll just show you exactly what we put into it. Okay, so here it is, and what we're actually putting in here is just a lead through to some more articles, but also download the free report. So it's just a little introduction email to people. So we'll just exit that. Okay, so back here. So we've got this very first initial email which is starting to build the campaign. Now what we want to do is to start to create something a little bit more special, to really start engaging with people. So we're going to build something which is called a bridge to offer sequence. This is going to be a short bridge to offer sequence, and as you can see from the graphic here, what this actually is we have our list, which is the little database on the left here. We've got our list. We've also got these emails. We've got 3 different emails going out. So this is a follow-up email, which is a promise of delivering more content, and so is this. And this is an offer to a webinar. So I'm going to show you the pages. These are the emails, and each of these emails go through to a page that we've created. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly show you the actual pages that we created. This is the first one, and as you can see, this is a very simple sort of email. It's got a video at the front end here which people can watch, and you can actually put that as a video which auto starts if you want to. But it tells you a little bit about this. It also says get access to our great latest articles. Again, a simple call to action, and then some testimonials at the bottom. And again, this is a page which was created on Thrive very quickly. It took me literally about 5-10 minutes to get this put together. You'd probably want to put more effort into it, but it was very simple to create. So that's the very first one. The second one is this one here. And this is where we'd be sending them on the second email that we send out in this sequence. And again, this one has got a call to action, which is join our Facebook group. So we're going to be talking about joining a Facebook group. So we want people to come and join the Facebook group, and so we can get in contact with them even more. And the last one here is an email that sends them through to the offer. And the offer in this sequence is an offer to go to a webinar replay. And it's got a little timer at the top here. Again, it's a Thrive theme landing page, but it's got a little timer at the top here, and again a video which again you can do on auto respond, which could be the actual webinar. And then it's got click here to get the special webinar offer, bit of information, bit about us, and again get the offer. And this could be a paid offer. This could be something which is like a $27 thing, or something which is very simple, something which is going to get them to at least pay some money for something. Or it could be your primary offer. It doesn't really matter. Whichever way this works for you and your business, you've got to decide how you're going to create your funnels. All I'm doing here is just giving you the options of what you can actually achieve. So that's the short bridge to offer sequence which we're going to create. So why do we actually do this? What's the actual point of creating this bridge sequence? The concept is very simple, and this is something which you need to get on board with right from the beginning of your business. Now, I do this training to some of my students, to our clients and things like that, and what I ask people is, do people rave about you and your business? And it's of course an acronym, and the acronym stands for Reputation, Authority, Visibility, Engagement. It's a really important process that you need to really think about. Is, do people rave about you and your business? You want people to know who you are, to like what you do, and trust who you are. So you need to build your reputation and authority online. People who build their reputation get far more sales, far more leads, and people buy from people who are reputable. That's an absolute fact. So if you build your reputation online, it enables you to sell easier, to get more leads, more sales, building your authority as well. Again, people listen to people in authority. So this is what this sequence is all about. It's about building your reputation, building your authority, but also to build that visibility with you, your business, and your products and your services. And of course, to engage. It's getting that all-important engagement process started up. If people don't engage with you, they're less likely to buy from you. So let's start thinking about creating this short bridge to offer sequence. The very first thing you need to do is obviously to create the pages. Well, we've already created the pages. I showed you them earlier, and again, you can just go and do this on Thrive or do this within your site. You can actually do these within your site, your website. You don't have to use landing pages. I just think they feel better when people go to them. It's almost completely dedicated again to providing the information. But you could do this content on your blog post, you could do it onto your just your normal pages on your website. It doesn't really matter as long as you're providing some fantastic content, and again with things like some sort of call to action on the page as well, because you want people to actually do things from it. So we're going to start from here, and what we're going to do is we're going to create these 3 emails that go through this sequence. And I want to do this very, very quickly because I want to show you how easy and simple this actually is. So the first thing we're going to do is we need to look at conditions and workflow. Because what we want to do, we want to wait for a certain amount of time before this first email goes out in this sequence. Now we've already got this one here which went out immediately. Now we want to wait, so I'm going to drag that in and just put it into that. And we want to wait for a specific period of time. So I want to wait for, and I'll give you these options here. You've got wait for and until. We're going to keep the wait for, and I'm going to do 24 hours. Make sure you do 24 hours rather than 24 days. So we want 24 hours. So basically this is going to go out the next day. And I'm going to click on save. So now we've got a wait 24 hours. And then we go back to sending options, and I'm going to send an email. So I don't want the initial follow-up, we want to actually create a brand new email. So let's click on that, and let's give the email a name. Now this is not visible to your client, so you can call it whatever you want to make it easy for you to understand what you're actually sending out. So I'm actually going to call this Bridge Email 1. Okay, and create. And of course this will send us straight through to the email creator. And you can choose any of these emails around, or you can have a look at what campaigns you've actually created in the past. And I'm just going to use this same design that we've used before. Now we've got to give it a subject title, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, copy that, and use that as my subject title, and continue. Now for speed, I've already got all these emails written out, so I'm just going to put this in at the top here. So I'm actually going to take all of this out because I don't want any of that in there. I'm just going to put that in. So, and we've got a, let's make it 17, so it's the same as before. And this is just really a quick way of doing it by using the older version of an email. You can create them from scratch and you can put in what you want. We're actually going to put in a video into this, or more concisely, not a video but a picture of a video, which makes people click on that picture because they think they're going to watch a video. Now we'll take them through to the content page. So we go over to insert, and I want to take the image here, so I'll just drop it into that. Now very quickly what I'm going to do is I'll take this content page again, and what I want is to get a picture of this video. So I'm just going to bring up a piece of software that I use all the time, which is my snipping tool. Every PC's got some way of actually capturing graphics on a page, so I'm just going to click on that. I'm going to just quickly copy that, and I'm going to save this into here, and just going to call this bridge 1. Save that, close that down, and what we want to do is we want to go into here and actually upload that to our active campaign. As you can see, there it is there, so we just click on that. We're going to upload it to active campaign, and just so we've got that always in there. And there it is, bridge 1. So I'm going to choose that, and of course we're going to have to put the link to the content page in there as well. But first I'm going to go back to insert and put a text block in, just in here, drop that in nicely. Now what I'm going to do is just give this a little bit of room at the bottom. So I'm going to go to custom, I'm going to go to bottom and just give this a little bit of space. I'm also going to make sure my text is 17, so it's consistent with what we had before, and it's dark enough. So you can fiddle around with this to your heart's content and make it as good as you possibly can. So that's where I've got to put my next piece of text. So I'm going to just go back to here, and this is the text we want to put. In fact, I want to put all of this text into there. So let's just put that in and paste. I'm going to take this and I want to put this into the middle. I want to put it in bold. I want to underline it because that's why I'm going to put a link to the video, or rather to the page where the video is as well. So we've basically got our email set up how we want it to do. We just need to put the links in, so let's do that now. So we go back to click on the video, and we're going to put the link in to the page here. So literally just copy that link, and we're going to put that into there, and we're going to take that and we're going to put a link into this as well. So it's just saying it's URL. We can add an action if we want to. In fact, we will add actions in some of these things at a later date. I'm not going to do that right now. I just want to get the principle of this through on this video. I don't want to make it too long. But so now we've got the first video, or rather the first email sorted out. So it's going to save and exit. Okay, so that's put that email in there. And the next thing we want to do is to go to conditions and workflow. We're going to wait, or click on the wait and drag it into there, and we're going to wait for a specific amount of time, which is going to be another 24 hours, and click on save. And the next thing is to go to sending options, and we're going to send another email. So you can see this is really simple, and create a new email. Yes, we're going to call this bridge 2. And I'll go to past campaigns at the top here, and we're going to use this design. Now this time we're going to be sending them to this page, so I'm going to just copy that, and that's what we're going to be calling this email, and continue. And this is going to again load the email up. It's going to be what was the last email, so we just need to just delete this, and I'm going to take a little graphic of this now, and this time what I'm going to do, because it's white background and it's a white email, what I tend to do, and this is a little tip, I tend to take a little bit of the surrounding area and try and make it as neat as I possibly can. And we're just going to save this one, and we're going to call this bridge 2. Okay, get rid of that. Now I want to go to images and place that in there. Bridge 2. Okay, it's just coming up. You can see how this is, it's a pretty simple process. Once you get used to the different ways of using all this, it does make it very, very simple. So let's just take this down a little bit. You just have to move things around. And then we're going to take the text that we've got for the second video. Let's just take that. This is the part that goes above the video. You have to do these in different sections. Let's do that. Bring it up to 17, so we've got that. I wanted to put watch something slightly different in here, so I'm going to take all this bottom text here, so if I'm going to take all of that out for a second. So I just want that in there, and this is going to be a link, so again I want a bold and underlined, and I might even bring the font up a little bit so it's on like that. So then we've got a basic, very basic email that goes out to our second piece of content. Again, I'm going to just go to all sides here and choose the bottom to give us a little bit of space here. Let's move that down a little bit. That's cool. Now what I also wanted to do was put a button in, and we've got a button that we can just literally slide in very, very easily here. And again, I'm going to take the margin of this and just pull the bottom of it down a little bit to give us a little bit of space to where the button is actually going to be sitting. Now down the side here we've got all the different things we can do to this button. We can just change the font size, styling, padding, background, everything. So let's take the background to start with. Let's make it a nice bluish colour, and click on here and change the text colour and of course the size of the text. I'm just going to click into here and change the text. I'm going to put join our Facebook group. Now of course we can put the link to the Facebook group in here. I don't have one at the moment, but I'm just showing you where it actually is so you can put it in there. So let's put the links into this page. This is the second content page, so I'm just going to copy the link for that, and we're going to put that straight into there, and then we'll put a link into here as well, same as we did on the first page. Click OK, and that's it. That's all we're going to do. So we're just going to click on save and exit. So now what we've got is the initial email that went out. We've waiting 24 hours, and then we've got another email that goes out. Wait another 24 hours, another email goes out. And as you can see, this is an active funnel or sales campaign that we've got going. So the last thing we want to do is we want to take that last piece of content, which is going to be the actual offer that we're going to be putting out last, and that's this page here. This is the webinar replay that we want them to go on to. And as I say, you can do anything here. You can actually do a sale page, you can sell a small product or a large product, you can do anything you want. It's an offer page, and you can actually increase the amount of bridge emails between when they sign up and when you actually offer. You can put 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It doesn't really matter how many you put in there, as long as it works for your business. And you've got to try these things. Put them in, take them out, try different content, see which one works or what type works. So you can work on those, but this is a very, very simple way of actually putting this whole thing together. So the next thing you want to do is we'll go to conditions and workflow. Again, we take the weight, drag it over, wait for a specific amount of time, and again I'm going to wait for 24 hours. So just click on the hours there and save. So this is going to wait for another 24 hours, and then we're going to send another email. So we send an email, stick it into there, and create a new email. So I'm just going to put in on this one, webinar replay, and create. And again, it's going to show up all the different emails. I'm going to go back to this one again, and we're going to keep or take one that we've used before, which I'm going to take this one, use this design. Now I just need to give it a title. Now this one I want people to go along to see this exclusive webinar replay. So I'm going to call this one exclusive content marketing webinar replay, and continue. So I'm going to make a little bit of a bigger show of this one, so I want to really sort of just copy that. Let's just get rid of that, and I want to get rid of all of these bits here because I don't really need them anymore. Okay, now what I'm going to do is to just delete this. I don't want any of that in there, and I'm going to put another text block into this. Just drop it there. And what I suggest you do, you always put this into some sort of notepad, the text, so you don't take any of the formatting that normally gets transferred when you copy and paste things. So just put it straight into that, put that there, and now I want to actually make this a lot bigger. I want it to be a title, so we'll take it up to around about there. I'm going to put that straight into the middle. Okay, so that looks pretty good. I'm going to put an image in straight underneath that, and again what I'm going to need to do is to pull this over, and I want to copy this picture. So again, I'll just take my snipping tool and we'll copy or save this as the replay. Close that down, get over here, add new image, and it should be in there, there you go. We can add that image into the Active Campaign image manager, and I'm going to choose that one. And again, as you can see, this has got a bit of spacing to do, so we hit custom and just give that a little bit of space, and then pull the text in that I want to use. So I want to, there's some text here, so we just copy the text, and again we go to insert text block, take the bottom margin up so we get some space again. So I'm going to put that in there and paste that straight in, and again I want it to be around about the 17 mark. In fact, I might do it 18. Put the spacing in like that. So then we've got that. So they're beginning to look pretty good. And again, take another text block, put it underneath. I'm going to take some, put some space underneath the video before the text. As you can see, it's very simple to do. It's just got to fiddle around and get it, making it look as good as it possibly can. And again, I'm going to take the text from here that I've written previously and just put it into, paste it into there. I'm going to put this all up to 17 or 18, whichever looks the best, and For the actual spacing, I want that set in the middle, but I want this text to be justified across, and then we obviously want to put this as bold and underlined, because I'm going to put, in fact I think I'm going to just take this up a little bit more just so people can see that. So now we've got quite a good little email. We've just got to put the links in. So we take the link from this page, copy that like that, and we're going to click on here. We're going to put that in to start with, and then we'll put this link in here. Okay, so now we've got the 3 emails. I might just put this as bold, and I'm going to move this down just below there, so it looks a bit more congruent with the actual way an email should be. And that's it. Now we've created all that. I want to create a bit of space in here, so I'm going to go to Insert and take Spacer. I'll just put that into there, and then save and exit. And that's it. That's all we need to do. That's the 3 emails already set up, all ready to go. And it's just a case of now you just need to try that out and test it. So go back to the landing page, put your details in, and over the next 2 or 3 days just watch the sequence come in. Watch the sequence, how it works, make sure it's exactly how you want it, and then just change anything that doesn't make sense or doesn't work properly. But that's a very, very simple way to do a nice simple bridge to offer sequence. We'll carry on this whole program, this whole campaign, this funnel that we're creating, and show you how to do some other really, really cool things in other videos. But that's basically just a very, very simple bridge to offer sequence. So try that out. You can do that this evening and get that up and running, and then over the next few days just have a look, see how that all works. So anyway, we'll see you tomorrow.